Okay. Welcome back for take 74 of
10 years down the drain. Here we go. Let's go.
10 years down the drain. Once again, I'm Mariah.
I'm Johnny.
And
Co-host.
we're the
The one and
hosts of
only.
10 years down the drain for the 76th time tonight. Anywho, so let's
Tough
do
subject tonight
tough subject.
for me, anyways. I think it's really tough.
Are we going to recap?
Yeah, we can recap.
Okay. So let's recap of last week's episode. What did we name it? We are mentally stable, and that's okay. So, how are you doing? How's your mental state, Johnny?
It's been very good.
I know. I'm so proud of
To
you.
a point where, fuck, excuse my language.
We're not excusing anything.
I haven't had this much fun in a long time, dude. I don't know. I just really feel good.
I know.
I mean, my family's even saying it. Like, gosh, I haven't seen you. This happened in a long time. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. With that being said, I have to say that I talked to you last week about your mental state, and I think I was so excited for you because you came home and you were like, I'm so happy to be home alone.
Yeah.
And
weird thing for me.
Yeah, and from
I
last month,
hate being
you
home
didn't want to
alone.
be alone at all. You didn't want to be here alone, at your house alone.
With it,
And then you were happy to be home alone. So how did
was-
that go?
It went great. I was having a good time by myself, listening to music, just relaxing.
Alone.
It was late, yeah, but I had a
Mhm.
great time. I just enjoyed being home.
I know. I am so proud of you. Like, as a friend, to see you grow in the last month, I'm so proud of you because you went
I'm proud of
from
myself,
yeah.
dude.
And especially
Seriously.
like everybody wanting to and commenting and wanting to know like what you're doing for yourself. And last week you came home and you were happy to be alone.
Yeah.
That was huge.
And I think it's just all about the little things. Like you don't have to do much to make yourself happy and to feel good and to forget about those things. Like I definitely got to that point where I don't think about it. I don't even really want to talk. I don't talk about it at all.
I know.
I don't want to.
You not only do you not talk about it, you don't prioritize yourself.
No, I don't.
And so for you to tell me you were so excited to walk in the door and be alone,
it was kind of crazy.
I wanted to cry tears of happiness
It was
for you.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like it was a moment of, I don't know.
Johnny, you have grown so much. I not only am I very thankful for you as a friend.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I've come a long ways. A long ways.
So proud of you.
Because I was in bad states. Yeah. I didn't like it. I was in a state of mind that nobody wants to be in. I mean, to a point where you're like, you don't even want to be here type of mindset. Yeah. I mean, was I going to go crazy and just end? I'm not. No. I just felt that way. Like it was just in a bad mind state. Bad mind state.
Yeah. So that's our recap of last week.
I've really
Johnny's growing, and we love that for him.
I'm getting there.
He's
slowly
finding himself. So,
whole lot better.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Episode 4? Are we going into it?
Yeah, we're going.
We're naming episode 4. Is that a red flag? Or am I colorblind?
Hard.
Are you colorblind?
No.
You're not? No. I might be colorblind. But I think I'm getting better at it.
I'm colorblind with my red flags, and I don't even know.
Oh my
I blind
god.
myself so bad with red flags. And
Is that a red flag over there?
yeah.
Can't see.
Crazy.
So I think that there's two types of red flags. There's personal red flags and there's partner red flags. Would
True.
you agree or disagree?
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, for sure.
I think that personal red flags are different for everybody. I think that has to be with being self-aware of yourself.
Yeah.
Self-aware with yourself.
For sure.
Self-aware. Being self-aware. There we go. I feel like in the last year and a half, I have become so self-aware.
And that's just what you do in your everyday life?
Yeah. I think just noticing the little things. Like noticing how I am, like noticing like
Are you getting to a point where you're like so aware of how you look?
I don't care. I'm a bro girl.
Yeah.
I'm a bro girl.
I know that. That's my question.
No, I think when I say self-aware of my red flags is knowing that one, I have a mouth on me.
Oh, well. Yeah. A lot of people have a mouth on them.
Yeah, but I got them zingers.
Yeah.
That's awesome. There's no filter. It just goes.
That's part of your personality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but some people don't like that. They don't like you to be like
and they could think that
witty.
Of a red flag, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think too is like I've told you, I think I became so self-aware of my red flags when I was at work, and I was getting a report from this EMS guy or emergency medical services or people who work ambulances. It was actually Phoenix Fire.
Unstable.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he told me. And so I had this patient, and I'm like, hey, my name's Mariah. I'm your nurse, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And the EMT goes, well, you know what they say about nurses and pretty nurses with tattoos? They're a red flag. And I looked at him and I said, I feel like I'm not a red flag. You don't know who I am. But I did adopt 3 French bulldogs. Well, 2. Well, 3. I had 4, but I
thought that
3.
Was a red flag?
I just kind of went with it, and I was like, yeah, I'm a red flag. I adopt dogs. I'm a nurse.
That's bullshit.
I just went with it. I'm like,
yeah, but
I think he was just saying it to be like an asshole. But then it started making me really think about my own red flags.
He was thinking to be a red flag. Are you
tattoos?
Are you not
tattoos?
Are you not?
You can't even see this
honest?
one. Tattoos.
He can't trust you.
He don't know me.
Is that the red flag he's talking about?
I don't know. I don't think he knew me.
I think that's the first thing. He said or thought about.
I don't know. But people say ER nurses are red flags.
You can't judge somebody
based on their occupation.
Occupation or the way they look or whatever. You can't judge a book by their cover.
I got judged. I got judged by
big time.
By the way I look and by what I do. Do I think that in that moment he judged me based off of how I look and what I do? Yeah. Do I think I still have my own red flags? Absolutely. I don't necessarily call them my red flags. I call them my yellow flags. Because I tell everybody, I'm like, I'll tell you how it is. I will self-isolate and I will ignore you. And I will tell you how fucking crazy I am.
This is what you're gonna deal with.
Yeah. I will literally tell them I'm fucking crazy.
I'm sorry about it if you feel this way. I told you your ass.
I told you I was crazy. I told you, you gonna call me at 1 a.m. and ask me what I'm doing? I'm probably cleaning my house. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
Ryan, what are you doing? I'm cleaning my house. It's 1 a.m. I'm cleaning my house.
Hey, that's the best time to do it. I clean a lot at night.
It's easier.
Because I don't want to get up and have to do anything.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think with that being said, everybody's red flags are, tailored to what they think. You all right over there, Bubs?
Hey, how does everybody like my fucking green beanie, dude?
So obsessed with that lime green.
I love green.
But I don't know. I just think like being self-aware is like a good thing.
Oh, for sure. As far as red flags go, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm fucking set in my ways, dude. And you know this. I have a hard time with people telling me what to do.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, dude. I have such a hard time. Like, I pay my own bills.
Yeah.
I have my own house.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
You don't get to tell me
what I'm
going to do at my house.
I'm so calm when people try to tell me what to do. I'm like, okay. But I'm still going to do what I'm going to do.
You're so, like I've said, you're a better human than I am.
No, I think that's just, I'm not acknowledging you, dude. I know what I'm doing.
I'm like that
person
sure
who's like pissing you off because I didn't want to acknowledge you. That's the kind of dick I am. Dude. It's like a little calm little.
You've seen me in action. I'm like, fuck you. Watch me do it.
Yeah. Here we go. And you see me in action too. I don't like to deal with fucking bullshit.
Yeah. With that being said, though, like, even though we have our own personal red flags, I feel like us together, and I say this together as friends, is we together have our own red flag.
Yeah.
Because we're always on the same page.
We're always on the same page. We are always on the same level as far as matching our vibes, as far as how we feel in every situation. Like, we say things that, oh my god, like it makes us laugh. Like, laughing is a huge thing. Like, we both like to laugh.
What do they say?
If somebody, like, if you don't match with somebody or you can't match their energy,
matching energy. I love that you use that all the time.
I fucking love that. When this person's like, if you're on this fucking train and you're just like, oh, and then you say some vulgar thing or something, and then you're expecting your other half to be like on the same page as you, and they're like, why the fuck would you say that?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
But I think
that's just how I am.
So here's two things. One, they say laughter is the best medicine, right?
Yeah.
And honestly for us it's been like laughing.
It makes everything pop out.
What are we popping out, Bubs?
My blood pressure is popping up.
It's popping. But I mean, like, for us, like, laughing has really healed us.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if we're like fully healed, but we're getting there.
But laughing and enjoying the moments makes us forget about all the bullshit. Like,
and that's where I said, like, you and I definitely have like a red flag together because we're on the same page. Not only that is like we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
And like, have we grown from 6th grade? Yeah, we have. You got it? But not only that, like, we've grown up and we block out the negativity. And so we don't want anybody in our happy bubble.
If you are not on my level as far as how I feel about things, like if you try to get a hold of me and talk about what I'm dealing with and what I'm going through, and then but you're
being a negative Nancy.
I'm not gonna vibe with you. I'm not gonna freaking talk to you because I don't want to.
Yeah.
You know, I just
like, and I think that's the biggest thing for us is like, you and I talk a lot of shit to each other, but it's out of pure fun. But not only that though, like, we don't bring the Debbie Downness.
We know what
we have dealt with so much shit in the last year and a half.
We don't want any of that again.
We don't want to deal with it anymore. No. So like, we result to being back in 6th grade, like having fun, running down the street, chasing each other in Walmart. Like, yeah.
And
Because all we want to do is have fun. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of people see that as like you and I are like, I guess maybe acting childish, but honestly, like we're just having a good time. And we just want everybody else to have a good time.
Well, okay, I can say that about my kids. I want my freaking boys to have a good time. There can be people that say differently on how I
parent
or run my house. I like them to be boys. If you want to go run down the street with your friends, go.
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's what I did. I had a lot of leash. I had a lot of rope. I've just experienced everything that I wanted to. I was curious.
Yeah.
The boys are curious. Let them go. They get in trouble. Yeah, I have a talk with them. I start laying down some consequences. But sheltering, I don't do that. I think that's a red flag too.
Sheltering?
Don't.
Being sheltered is a red flag.
Don't box in. Don't box in your other half.
Yeah.
Don't. You gotta let your other. You gotta be trusting. You gotta trust. You gotta put everything. You're already putting a lot in your relationship, right? If they want to do this, let them do it. Which I have. My side, it was gosh dang, my other half she did everything she wanted to do. Yeah. Everything. The time where it got flip flopped was when she ran off on me, and I had. When you have trust issues, it's hard. Super hard.
So, and I couldn't tell you that I had trust issues. No. I had probably like self-doubt issues, so that's what would come with our red flags being insecure. Yeah, because I was insecure because I never got that reassurance. I never got a reassurance of like you're my I want to spend the rest of my life with you, so that can be my own red flag. Yeah, that's my own red flag is like my insecurity because I never knew like where I stood. I always had to ask to have my back, to stand up to his family for, like to want to be with me, to want to do things with me, to stop a guy from talking to me at the bar. Yeah. So I just didn't ever have that reassurance that like I was safe, it.
That you're.
But then I was with somebody for 10 years and I never got that reassurance of like wanting to build a life with me.
And that's tough, but it's sad. I mean, it sucks when you're with somebody for so long and you're wanting something, but this person doesn't.
Yeah.
How long does it take?
Oh, yeah. But here's the thing, though, too, that I've learned with that is that you can't force somebody to want to build a life with you.
And I love this quote. You can always lead a horse to water, but you can't make that horse drink it.
Yeah, and that's the truth because that's how it was, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I wanted to build a life. I wanted to build an empire. I still want to build an empire with my person. But, like, you can't force that person to want to build an empire with you or want to build a life.
They have to be right there with you.
Yeah.
Thick and thin. Don't matter what happens.
Yeah.
This is what you both want for each other. I could say that when I got married, yeah, we both wanted it for each other. I did. I don't know. Maybe I think now that I think about it, I think I rushed.
You rushed?
I rushed into it, but I have no regrets on what happened.
I don't have any regrets. I feel like my past has made me who I am today.
Oh yeah.
And honestly,
And
like even
stronger.
though, yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
even though I know that I still have to work on myself on a lot of things, I'm very content and with happy with who I am.
And I'm very content on where I'm at right now. But
Johnny,
I
I
still.
don't think you understand like
Oh, I
how
don't.
much I love that for you. Like
I.
I've seen you grow so much since when did you call me? September? October?
Yeah. Or yeah, October, somewhere around there. Yeah.
No, I think it was before October because it was before your birthday.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I was
just
in
to
a bad,
know,
bad place at that
just to know like September Johnny to
time.
January Johnny to even know December Johnny to January Johnny. Like I'm just I love seeing you thrive, dude. I
I
love it.
really pulled through. I pulled
You
through.
know, my mom asked me that the other day when I was in back in Phoenix. She goes, "How is Johnny?" I said, "Mom," I said, "He has grown
And that's
so
one thing you guys gotta
much."
understand. Like, there's a lot of people that worry about how I'm doing.
I know they ask me all the time.
And when people ask me, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I'm good, but that's the thing. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't, at the spur of the moment, I don't want to actually express how I feel at the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm okay. Am I really okay? No, probably not. But I don't want to talk about how I
Yeah,
really feel.
I know.
You know,
How
it's
why
only
can I ask you a question though? Why do you feel so safe with me to talk about how you actually feel? Is it because I call you out?
uh, no. There's I talk about my personal stuff with anybody.
I know you don't. I know your
I'm
mom has asked me
very,
about you.
very comfortable with you. Like people that are the closest to me, which there is a lot of close people with me, and I have expressed my feelings, but me and you hang out a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's different. What?
That's our
And
our happiness bubble right
I'm
there.
like this with my dad.
Okay.
Um, my mom, I,
You need to call your mom
I
more.
do. That's the thing. Like I'm terrible at.
I know.
Is keeping up with my family. Like I probably
Mhm.
keep up more with my old man than I do with my
Anybody else?
mom,
Mhm.
and my sister knows
Yeah.
this, and I can sit there and talk to my sister all day
I feel like that
about
with my
how
brother.
I can
Mhm.
I can be right here with my sister and talk.
Yeah, I think
Um,
siblings though is like
yeah, it's
different
different.
because you grew
My
up with them.
brother, I can too. Um, but I'm not constantly like.
Do you, this is like a weird question. My brother doesn't listen to my podcast, but I do love my brother. And I think the best thing that my brother and I have is like no judgment.
No,
And do you have that with your siblings? Is no judgment. Like
no.
you literally can say anything and he's like, "Well, okay."
And if I'm in dire straight, if I'm like in a pinch,
Mm.
I know.
But yeah.
That's the thing that with my sister, my brother, especially my dad, my mom too,
Mhm.
which really rarely has ever happened, is if I'm in a situation, I know
Mhm.
they're right there.
I agree because like my parents are like
Because,
I've always said, my parents are always there for me, but there's just something about when I call my brother and I'm like, I need to talk to you. He calls me out on my
yeah,
shit. I call him out on his shit. He calls me out on the shit. But when we call each other out on our shit,
is the
there's
shit
no
that comes
judgment.
from so your parents is judgment compared to your.
I I I don't know if it's judgment or if I feel like I've let them down, like disappointment.
Okay, okay,
Do you know
that
what I
really
mean?
turned it around. That was
Yeah.
good. That was good. I like
Thanks.
that.
Thanks. Appreciate it,
Yeah.
Bubs. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I like that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I mean, like with your sibling, like they kind of understand like how you grew up. They kind of understand like all the things. And so my brother will just like call me out, and I'm like, you know what, dude? Like you're right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so glad he doesn't listen to this because I just said he was right. But I do. But I do like I call him out. Like I told you, I called him the other day and I was like, hey, I was like, Mom said you're on some shit. What's going on? He's like, oh, I'm like, no, what's the fuck's going on, dude? So,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, and you know what I love is like my brother and I can tell each other stuff, and that shit's going to the grave.
Yeah.
It's going to the grave.
I don't know.
Have you ever told your sister something or your brother something that you know is going to the grave?
Probably more with my sister.
Yeah.
Me and my brother.
You guys have a huge age gap, though.
Really wish.
I like your brother, though.
I love my brother.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we were as close as me and my sister. Me and my sister are close, but we're not like, oh, we talk every day close.
Mm-hmm.
But I love my brother. Like I always want, I want to go hang out with him.
Mm-hmm.
I think mainly because I don't know. We have a lot of things in common. I just want to hang out with him. I love just hanging out with him.
Why don't you just call him and ask him to hang out with you then?
I have. But he's always got his own thing going on. And
I love that.
He's got to go hang out
because
with his
whenever
friends. I understand that.
Whenever my brother wants to hang out, I'm like, what you need? What are you going to do to me? Like, I feel like there's an alternative motive. I'm like, what are you going to say, dude? Like, are you going to fuck me up? Are you going to fuck me up? I don't know. I'm like, oh, God.
I don't know if that was the best thing to say about your brother.
No, I mean, like,
I know what you're saying.
My brother and I are in our 30s, and we still,
I took that way.
I know. But my brother and I'll be like, I'll fucking take you down to the ground, dude. I'll fucking kick your knees out.
You up, dude.
Yeah, dude. We still, like, tackle each other. Like, we're in freaking grade school, and we're in our 30s.
I know. Me and my sister, though, me and my brother can fight, but me and my sister, I don't like getting in arguments in her. She's fucking she gets bad, dude. I'm like, okay, Serena. Yeah. All right.
I love that. So, back to our red flags. Obviously, we have love for our siblings. Yes. But back to our red flags. So we talked about our red flags. Being insecure. I'm a loudmouth. I'm a bitch. I fucking love when I tell people I'm crazy and I'm a bitch and they try to throw that shit in my face. Like, you're a fucking bitch. Like, you just fucking
hold shit in.
You're heartless. Yeah, you hold shit in.
I hold shit in.
I love when people call me bipolar crazy lady. Like, told ya. I love that you think that's hurting me, but it's not. It ain't gonna hurt me.
I haven't experienced freaking just going out by myself all the time.
I know.
I just haven't done it yet.
I can't wait till you go out to dinner for yourself.
I want people to come talk to me. Yeah. I ain't going out there talking to somebody. I don't give a fuck.
So,
but we want to know. Dude, this episode.
We're all over. No, we haven't even talked. This episode, we're all over the place. We didn't even talk about partner red flags.
Nah.
So I know that we've talked a little bit about this, and like for me, I've learned that I need to express as soon as I'm uncomfortable with somebody. That it's I can't hold it in. But I feel like with that being said, like the biggest thing for a partner red flag for me is the lack of communication because I didn't get that in my last relationship.
I totally agree.
Lack.
Because I had the same thing. We didn't communicate at all, really. I mean, it kind of like was. It seemed like it wasn't a talk.
It was an argument.
Ended up being an argument. I just hated it.
I know, and we've talked about this. Is not only is it an argument, it's when you are trying to express, like you don't want to argue and you're very calm.
Yeah, I just want to express what I feel.
This is how I feel when you do XYZ, and then I get I'm just a shitty person.
Yeah.
Or
well,
I'm only like this because you.
Yeah, and it gets pushed on me. Everything was pushed on me.
But hold on. Time out. So with that being said, I'm not talking shit about our exes. I'm literally stating facts. That's a narcissistic behavior.
Yeah.
Turning around and blaming it on you, or turning around and making it sound like your feelings is making them come out to be like a shitty person. Narcissistic behavior. I don't know about you, but I started having these like super inner thoughts about that I was the narcissist.
And I think a narcissist plays that game
Yeah.
to make you.
And the more and more and more
Yeah.
I dug into it, it was like, well, I think, and I feel like I've made this very clear, is that I know I failed in my relationship. I think that I had just as much to do with the failure of it as my partner.
I can say that for myself too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that if the tables were turned and my partner was sitting here, I don't think that he would take any responsibility for it. Because he never took responsibility for anything.
Well, I know throughout my relationship, my partner never did.
She did or didn't?
Didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I constantly was like apologizing all the time, like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
You still do it, and I tell you all the time, don't say sorry. Who cares?
I have to freaking rewire it in my brain.
Retrain.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
Going so long doing that kind of crap, it sucks.
Yeah, and I mean, like, for me, too, like, being self-aware, I always, every single night, like, I would be the first one to say, hey, I'm sorry as being a fucking bitch today. Like, me being tired or me this irritating me or this, and this wasn't an excuse to treat you the way I did, and I'm sorry.
That's amazing.
But I never got a sorry for an action or anything.
I never got a sorry either.
Yeah. And so, and I think that has really, like, I don't know about you, but it's really fucked me up in trying to, like, learn. And that's kind of, like, my red flag with being hyper independent, is because I couldn't depend on him. So I feel like I can't depend on anybody.
Yeah.
Besides myself.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, I'm definitely okay doing shit by myself. You've seen me do shit by myself. It doesn't bother me. Yeah. But I don't know how to open up and accept that type of help. Which I feel like in a way you don't either.
Yeah, because I've constantly just done it myself. Mm-hmm. I just don't even think, unless I can't, I really need, okay, I'll ask. But I'm going to ask probably my dad. I'm not going to just ask
I'd ask
anybody.
My mom.
You know what I mean?
You know what, it's funny is we go to people asking for help for who we know who's going to do something.
Yeah.
Because our partners weren't reliable.
Even though, like, I'm not saying that a lot of my good friends that I have, even though, like, I'm not, like, every day talking to them, I know they would come and help me.
Oh, you called me in the middle of the night. Here I am.
I know they would. Is that my first call? No, it's not. I mean... Was
I your first call in the middle of the night?
At that time, yeah. You were. I ain't calling my dad, because I ain't going to hear what he wants to say. You're like, what the fuck do you want, dude?
And I'm like, Johnny, where are you? Are you okay?
It's a totally different vibe. Yeah. I love my dad to death. And
we love our parents. We love you, Dad. We love my parents.
Ever.
Yeah.
He knows. He knows if if I'm in a situation, he knows I'm gonna reach out to him. He knows.
Oh yeah.
I have gotten to my lowest point in my life at a young age, and figuring this out at a young age was a very mature moment for me, because I was like, I don't want to do this fucking shit no more. Having a shitty job.
Yeah.
Being freaking smoking marijuana all the time. He's like, dude.
Like, he no longer smokes marijuana. Let's make that clear.
I've grown up, but at that time, when I kind of broke down and said I wanted to do something with my life, and I never was that bad. People,
you just wanted more.
at the time, I just got out of high school.
I feel partying. That. That's how I was. I was partying a lot. You know that. Yeah, we partied together plenty of times.
I had a really mediocre job. I mean, I wasn't going nowhere. I didn't go to college, blah, blah, blah. But I got to a point, I went to my dad's house and I was fucking, was brought down in tears for myself. I was like, I don't want to do this no more. And my dad straight up said, I've been waiting for this moment.
Yeah. It's funny how your parents always fucking know and then they don't say shit.
No, they know. They know we're going to come. They know when they're going to come.
Michelle and Frank, just fucking tell me. Jesus Christ. Don't make me live through hell.
But if she did say something, are you going to listen?
No. She knows it too. She's probably watching. She's like, Ryan, I wouldn't even do that because you're not gonna listen.
Shit out on her own. Yeah. And when it gets
Mom, I still love you even though I'm not gonna listen to you. Okay.
She's gonna listen to you.
Yeah. Dude. I'm gonna listen now. No. So because I feel like we've talked about this, is like looking back on our relationships, like how many red flags you ignored, like blind love, like love truly makes you blind on like the huge flags that you're like, don't like that. Because now when I freaking talk to somebody or the way somebody talks to me or anything like that, I'm like, red flag, red flag. Well, don't like that, red flag.
I know how to definitely
navigate.
Well, not navigate, but know how to read somebody and not even talk to them. Like I learned that, but at the same time, like my biggest thing was in my relationship was honesty.
Yeah.
Like I totally blinded out, like being lied to a lot and let down a lot and blah blah blah. Like I blinded that. I was blind to that. So that was a huge red flag, and I didn't even see it.
How many looking back at like the last, how many years have you been married? 9? 9 years of being married, and like we talked about this earlier, like you staying at home, putting the boys to bed, getting ready for work, and well, I'm not talking shit.
So this is
but like like holding the household down, and your partner can't hold the household down.
So this would be. So my partner had a job.
Yeah.
Right. So it came down to the end of the day. I am showing to go to work at midnight. Right. So I'm all excited to have dinner when my partner gets home. Right. So I get everything ready, and I get dinner, and she comes home. We have dinner, and my partner says, well, my friend once asked me or invited me to go and do this tonight and go pretty much party. I'm like, I have to go to work at midnight. Kind of irritated about it. I have to go to work at midnight. You're going to go out tonight, so I got to put the boys to bed, clean up, dinner, and go to bed, and then get called and go to work. And I've been up all day. Oh, it's not going to be that long. Okay. I've always been this is what you want to do? Go. Get all buried up. leave the house, go. So I did all those things, clean up, boys are in bed, go lay down, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, phone rings. I'm going to work. I get up, she's not here. So I call, hey, I'm called for work. Oh, okay, I'll be right there. It's midnight. 1 o'clock. 2 o'clock is closing time at the bar.
Yep.
So she's closing it down. Get home. She gets over here. Well, I'm pretty much done packing up my stuff. Work. And just dealing with, it wasn't even, there was no apology. It was always like, well, what's wrong? Why are you mad? I just walked out the door, went to work.
Because it's not worth it at that time having an argument. Yeah.
So, I think just why do you want to disrespect me in that way? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't. I mean, it didn't happen all the time, but I'm just saying, like, this is the thing with me. Like, I never did that in my relationship. I never have done anything on my own. Like, oh, I'm going out with the boys, and I'm gonna go. I've never done that ever.
And we've talked about this, and I like totally like flip side, right? Because that's why we decided to have this podcast. Is you have the male perspective on like certain things. I have the female's perspective on certain things, and so like with that being said, I've gone out. I got all dolled up. I don't really think I was dolled up. I don't really get dolled up. But I got all dressed up. I went out with a nurse friend who I went to nursing school with. Love her. And I didn't come home until the next day. But never got a call of, where are you? Are you alive? Like, he didn't care. I left the house at 6, 7 o'clock at night and didn't get home until 10 a.m. the next day.
Do you think it would have been different if he was worried?
Yeah, I would have gotten home. But that's not the only time that he's worried about where I was. He didn't start worrying about where I was until I told him, hey, like, you're losing me. Like, I'm done. Like, we need to figure out how to separate stuff because I don't want to do this anymore.
I was always kind of like that. Like, I didn't like constantly.
I never got that constantly until I said I was done. I mean, was I doing anything at the bar? No, I wasn't doing it. I was drinking with my friend.
Yeah.
Was I at the bar? Was I plastered? 1,000%. It was St. Patty's Day. However, it was me and her. I bought a bachelor party some drinks, and I dance battled them, and I did the worm. Did I go? But I went home with my girlfriend.
Could he have gone?
Yeah, he could have gone.
Oh, wow, dang.
Yeah. Would he have ever gone to anything like that? No.
Well.
But I mean, like, that too is like, like, red flags is like showing that you care about your partner. Yeah. Like, I never got that. I begged for him to, like, we were at a bar one night, and I asked him, I'm like, can you please tell that guy, like, we're together because he won't leave me alone.
Man, and he wouldn't do anything?
I had to ask. And that's, like, a lot of, like, looking back is, like, red flags is, like, why do I have to ask
for
to
me,
make
I
somebody
noticed
care
those
about
things.
me? Yeah.
I noticed those things before you even ask.
Ooh, dude, I can be a jealous person. Like, I'm pretty cool. Like, I'm humble.
Yeah.
I'm very humble. Yeah. Like,
it's always good to be that way.
I think, like, there's a lot of things about me that I know. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's somebody else better than me, but I'm a pretty decent package. Like, not to toot my own horn.
We're all human beings in this world, okay?
But I mean, like, I can get, like, I have literally thrown down on a girl in Scottsdale before. trying to touch my man at the time. Like, full blown. Like, nah,
I
bam.
never had that.
You know? But I also am very humble. Like, here's my thing is, like, you came with me. Here I am.
Yeah.
If you're going to cross a line, don't bother.
Yeah.
But also, here's the thing is, like,
Gotta
if
have
you're going to be okay with me walking out the door, then it ain't it, honey.
No. Respect is huge.
Huge.
And
I think that's, like, a big thing as that you need to figure out. If you guys
are, like, at a bar, at a club, or whatever, and this person's not feeling okay, then let's go then.
Yeah, let's leave.
Be respectful. Like,
yeah.
what do you want to do?
Well, and
like,
you know what cracks me up is that's, like, a huge red flag for a partner for me is, like, a respect thing. Because River Boy. So
I guess there's different type of respects, I guess.
Yeah, but River Boy was very, like, opinionated, which is fine. I love that. Like, test my waters. I like to be tested.
Yeah.
But when it comes to a point when I, like, and I feel like that's what I've learned is that I need to speak up as soon as I feel uneasy. And so I spoke up. I was like, hey, I very much so respect how you feel, but please don't have these conversations around me. I don't want to hear it. And I feel because, like, I don't want to hear it because I feel like it's disrespectful towards me.
Right.
I respect your beliefs, but I don't want to change your beliefs. Don't change mine. Like,
don't try to change mine.
Also, you need to respect women.
Respect women, but everybody has their opinion, and you should respect it too. Don't try to change my mind.
Then, but you know what cracks me up is it gets turned around is like, I'm telling you how I feel, and it's like I don't disrespect women. I'm like, but did you not hear what you just said? Like, and the thing is, like, I think people think I'm an asshole, which is fine. I kind of am. I kind of am an asshole, and it's fine. I don't mind it. But, like, when I come to that point, I'm like, I don't care. I just want you to hear me out, and, like, just don't talk about it.
Well, and then those subjects, if you're gonna expect something from the other person.
Yeah.
On an opinion,
which
right?
Is fine. But I think that's huge. Like, you should have the hard conversations.
Oh, for sure. At the beginning. Dude, for sure. But
you
shouldn't get frustrated.
No.
Over anything as far as any conversation that comes up. As far as deep conversation, you shouldn't be going.
And I think, too, I feel like we're the same way. Is having those deep conversations that we feel that are red flags is we're very. Are you all right over there, Bubs?
I'm good.
Okay. We have, like, a very, like, understanding way.
Yeah.
We don't get mad, and people think we're being assholes. And I'm like, hold on. I'm listening to what you have to say.
Yeah.
I'm just listening. Yeah. Like, I'm saying, okay, I'm active listening to you. And as soon as you, like, are like, okay, that's cool, but this is how I feel, you're a dick.
It's not cool. I hate that.
And you know what gets me is, I think this is a red flag in a partner, is the reactiveness. So, like,
actions mean a lot.
Yes.
Okay, so I got a lot of that in my relationship.
You're very calm, and they react to it. And you're like,
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm not even mad. I'm just trying to have an adult conversation with you.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I'm not trying to speak bad on anybody, but I don't think there's a lot of people out there who can sit down and have an adult conversation.
It's hard. It's hard to sit down and not get to a point where it's an argument. If it ever gets to an argument, I think the best thing, okay, let's try this again tomorrow. Let's simmer down. We'll try this again tomorrow.
Yeah.
It might take a couple days.
Which is fine.
Coming back to it and having to talk. Just talk about it. Just
like, no big deal. I think, like, a huge thing too with your partner when you come back to sit and talk about something is like not having that body language of like crossed arms or anything. Like I really like to, when I have a deep, you're gonna be my dummy, when I have a deep conversation with my partner, I'm like, come sit next to me on the couch, like let me put your leg on you, like
that means a lot.
You know,
it means
like,
a lot.
I'm not upset.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I mean, with my kids, that means a lot. When I'm sitting there trying to be serious with them,
I know so much about your kids.
Just look at me, dude.
Yeah.
I want to absolutely know you understand.
I also, though, don't think yelling gets anywhere.
No. Yelling doesn't do anything.
It just gets you even more mad.
At the moment, it might get something done, but it doesn't change the way you want them to be this certain way, but it's not. That's not going to change it. You need to step up.
Yeah.
And show them.
I think, and not only that does it do with your kids, but I feel like that too does with your partner.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
Step up and show up.
For sure.
Yeah.
No doubt.
All right.
No freaking doubt.
We're going to go into our conclusions and our highlights of this episode. Is that a red flag? Or am I colorblind? Highlights. We learned that we should speak from our gut if something's bothering us.
And be honest.
And
if you have something to say it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, don't... Because I've kept so much stuff in that it got to a point where I needed to say something and I
didn't. You should always say something.
Yeah. I think that's huge.
I think it is definitely huge.
And be honest about what you do with your... If you want to go and do this with your girlfriend or whatever you're doing, be honest.
I need to be better. Well, I don't need to be better because I'm not with anybody, but at the end of my relationship I should have done better. But it's okay.
I don't have any regrets.
I don't have any regrets.
But could I have done better? Yeah, probably could have. Yeah.
I think we're always gonna feel that way, though.
I think everybody can feel that way.
Yeah.
Everybody can feel better even if they're not in a relationship. Or do better even if they're not in a relationship. I think anybody can do that.
Yeah. So,
but
those are our highlights. With that being said, we had a comment from one of our viewers who likes to ask questions and comment, and I need to ask them if we're allowed to use their name. She's somebody that we both have known forever.
Yeah, we'll keep it.
We'll keep it until we know.
Yeah.
So, the comment was asking me about why I let her cousin burn her neck. And I literally, know that it happened.
This was...
I don't know when.
While you're doing what?
I have no idea. I don't remember the context of it. I know that I remember, when she brought it up, I was like, I know that happened. But I don't know, where, when, why, or any of that. Because I have a memory of a goldfish. I have a memory of a goldfish. So, yeah, I don't remember that. So that's my answer is, I'm sorry, but I know it happened, but I don't really know.
What happened.
Yeah, sorry. So the next thing that we want to address is that we have had a ton of support. I think one of our favorite persons who have supported us has sent a photo of us on their 75-inch screen TV and was like, I'm listening to your podcast, and there's just Johnny and I's face blasted on their...
That's awesome, dude.
Ooh, that was kind of weird.
I love that shit, dude.
It was really weird. It was really cool, but it was awesome. A ton of people are saying we need to come out with our next episode super fast. We're... Once a week is good for us.
Yeah.
Maybe down the line we'll do 2, but once a week is good for us. So with that being said, too, is we have had a ton of people ask to be guests.
Yeah.
And we're definitely open to that, but however...
we're open, and we got to figure out this whole, being able to, maybe have a Zoom call or something. That would be kind of cool.
That would be really super cool, yeah. Or, adding them in or whatever, or like a live show or something. Yeah,
I think that'd be awesome.
I'm down with that. So we'll figure that out. 1, 2. If you do want to be a guest or want to pop in on a show, let us know. I think we've decided the best way is to message us on the Instagram at 10 years down the drain. Message us, tell us why and what you want to talk about, a topic, and we'll definitely bring it to light. But we it's not that we don't want to bring anybody in on this show. It's more of like we want to know.
We want the feedback. We want the
we're
trying to build this whole thing. Like we want to know.
Well, we're really doing this for us, to be honest.
Yeah, we are doing it for us, but we want some more feedback as far as people that are dealing with the same
thing. And we want to see like what kind of other topics that you want to bring to, like maybe what you struggled through that relationship. So message blah 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 blah.
Oh yeah.
Message us on Instagram and just bring a topic to us, and then we're very open to it, and we will figure out the logistics on bringing a third.
Hey,
that sounded sexual. Bringing a third.
Hey.
But yeah, we will. We'll talk about it. So please message and message. All we ask is message us in a topic. That's it.
But remember one thing.
You're the fucking guac. What are we remembering?
And be honest.
Oh, and be honest, 1,000%.
And work hard on yourself.
Be the fucking guac. Be honest and stay true to yourself.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We're right here. We're doing it. It's all right.
You know what? We also appreciate everybody who has reached out and said, like, thank you so much for talking about the things that,
let me know about this
we've been through it. Yeah. You on this fucking green beanie. This guy. But I mean, like, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
so
we appreciate everything.
We love our viewers.
I guess that's the end of this episode.
Yeah. We'll take 75. Hey. Jesus Christ. Sorry about it.
Catch us back next week.
Yeah. Catch us back on next week sometime.
What should I wear next?
All lime green. All right, you guys. You're the fucking guac. We love you. Thank you. Also, sorry about our long podcast last week, but we had a lot to say.
I think this was long too. But
this is long too.
Bye.
We're sorry, but bye. Love you.